For my instructional strategy video for DBI Part 3 is a model test and lead strategy. If I had a student with me, I would be doing the model test and lead with them, but instead I'm going to walk through how I would do that with my say-so student. So the student I picked for my DBI project is Chase. So to begin the model test and lead strategy, following the lesson plan that I wrote in DBI Part 2, I would introduce to him multiplication and division. He already knows this, but I would want to review the signs with him, make sure he knows the difference between a division sign and a multiplication sign, just so I know that he can identify the problems correctly. So if I had Chase with me, I'd be like, Chase, can you look at these 4 problems? I wrote 2 multiplication, 2 division. Chase, which ones would be the division and which one would be the multiplication? That's right. In multiplication, the sign for multiplication is an X. The division is kind of like a house without the other side. It's up and over. You can also see division as a line with 2 dots, one up top and one on the bottom. But in this case, we're going to see it like this. So first, I'm going to walk you through each step on how to do bigger number multiplication and division with remainders. So I want you to watch me. So we have 30 times 6. So what you're going to do is take this bottom number. This is what you're multiplying by. So it'd be 6 go up times 0. What would that be? 0. That's your first step. Then let's go to the second number. 6 times 3. That's a little bit bigger. Do you know what that one is? 18. So because there's no other numbers to multiply after that, you're completely finished. Those are your 2 steps for a more simple but bigger number multiplication problem. Great job. Let's do one more together. So now you have 4 divided by 3. So what we're going to do, kind of like multiplication, you're going to start with the first number. But now we're dividing. So you're seeing how many times can a number go into something else. So we're going to start with number 2. Can 4 go into 2? No, it can't, because 2 is smaller than 4. So what we're going to put, we don't have to put anything. But a lot of times I like to put a 0, just so I know nothing happened there. So now we're going to take this big number, 23, right? So 4 times what could get us as close as we can to 23, because we can't go over, because we're looking to see how many times it goes into 23. So what I would do is I would think of my multiplication tables, right? 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3 is 12, that's right. So we have a little bit of ways to go. 4 times 4, 16, that's right. So then my next step would be, let's try 4 times 5. That's 20. Okay, but if I did 4 times 6, I go over. So the most I can do is go up to 4 times 5, which equals 20. So I'm going to put 5 above 3 because that's as much as I can go, right? The next step is I take that answer, 4 times 5, which is 20, and I'm going to write it under here, right? And I'm going to do a little subtraction. You know subtraction really well. So 23 minus 20 is 3. That's right. Can I do anything else? Do I have any more numbers? No, it's just like the multiplication. That's it, right? So your answer would be 5, but you have what? What's this doing here? A 3. That's your remainder. So what I want you to do is after the 5, say remainder, write remainder all the way. And if you ever need help spelling, let me know. And say remainder 3. So your answer is 5 with a remainder of 3. Now what we're going to do is you're going to do them on your own, but we're also going to do them together, kind of how I was walking through it. We're going to take turns and do that together. Then you're going to do it all independently. So that's the instructional strategy I would do with the model test and lead. The model would incorporate Chase, my imaginary student as of now, to help me kind of narrate how a multiplication with bigger number multiplication and a division with remainder problem would go. And then it would just go slightly more into steps on independent student teaching and learning on their own. And then it would be the last testing stage of them doing it by themselves. And if they need to narrate because of how they learn, their disability, which is kind of what would be helpful with Chase with his ADHD, then he can also narrate that to me. But yeah, that's my instructional strategy for bigger multiplication division with remainders with my student Chase. Thanks.